Hello beautiful people, welcome to my channel. This is Jasmita and here we talk about all good things. So you must be thinking, what am I doing here all covered in a blanket? Actually, I've had a very tiring day. So right now I'm in Bangalore and I'm awake since 4 in the morning. That too I went to sleep at around 1:30 after packing. So right now I'm just trying to be comfy, I'm trying to be cozy and trying to get some sleep. But before that, I know I got to study. There's a mail that I have to send out for work because obviously I'm in Bangalore for work and like if you're following me in my this channel and my other social media platforms, you know that I've also enrolled myself for an academic course which happen on like twice a week. So coming Sunday I have an exam, I have to study for that. In between I was like thinking, let me do a video. Can you beat that? Yeah, that's exactly what I do. At times when I'm like really busy, that's when I feel like doing everything else other than doing the work that is required. Anyways, today I thought since I'm in a hotel getting bored all alone because I actually did not plan anything for today. I did not plan anything with anyone for this particular trip because I'm here on a Monday and I'm going back tomorrow. That's Tuesday and I have like it's so cold. Okay, so I have basically meetings, back-to-back meetings. I had meetings today. I have back-to-back 3 meetings tomorrow, so I didn't want to plan anything out with anybody else. But then yes, I had gone to Kaveri. That's like Kaveri is a Karnataka government what do you call it, store where you get lovely sandalwood or sandalwood stuff, and I picked up a red packet of red sandalwood. I really need it because at times I'm breaking out this summer. Oh my god, now I remember my maths teacher used to say, this girl talks 3000 words per second. You see? Yeah. Okay, so today what am I going to talk about? It's going to be a story time. And I thought I'll tell you one of these, I don't know if I can call it a spooky experience, but a weird one. So yes. In 2016, I had done my epic Ladakh trip, which the vlogs, I think I had uploaded few of the vlogs and I had so many clips that I still am, I still have so many, clips to, or rather vlogs to put up, which probably I'll do someday, hopefully. But for now, let me tell you one experience that I've had there. So we were at this place called Sarchu where we stayed overnight, and like my room partner or like whichever place we were staying in that entire trip, we had like common room partners. So my room partner was this beautiful lady called Gauravjeet, and so yeah, in Sarchu it was like very cold. That was our last stop before we reached Leh. That's like I'm talking about the road trip that's from Manali to Leh during that time. So Sarchu was extremely cold. I mean, it was like, we were staying in tents in the middle of nowhere, literally in the middle of nowhere, because, and the winds were like, the winds were crazy. The mountains had changed shapes and sizes because of like, wind, due to wind corrosion. It was like a really crazy thing. Like we were lying on the highway and literally taking pictures because there was nobody, no human being, no animal, nothing around. Only we knew there are marmots around. And yeah, we were a little skeptical about our food and our, the stuffs that we were keeping inside the tent because everybody said that there are marmots and we had pictures and videos. Okay. So what happened was we were in this particular tent and in the tent next to us, there were two of our group members, like senior ladies, okay. So one of, I think around 1:30 or 2 at night, I suddenly hear somebody calling out my name, like really loud. So I checked from the tent window and it was one of the ladies in the next tent, and she was literally calling me out, saying that the other lady who was sharing her tent, she had diabetes, and so suddenly there was a fall in sugar level, and that lady was, and Didi, like let's call her Didi because that's what I call her. So Didi was fainting, and the other lady who was conscious was Chandadi. She called me. She was like literally calling out to me and asking me to come over with help. And she said, if you have any biscuits or cakes or anything, then bring those. Now, myself and Gaurav, we were like, I told Gaurav, okay, you remain in the tent. Let me go and see what the situation is. If required, then I'll call you. Now, as soon as I left the tent, okay, first of all, it was so cold. I just stepped out of the tent and I kid you not, I froze. When I say I froze, it means I literally froze. I somehow managed to go to the next tent, give them the biscuits, and ensure that she's fine, like she gets to eat something with water and stuff. And then I needed to come back. So while I was coming back from my tent, like I literally ran out and ran in. It was like that because the temperature was. I can't even explain how cold it was. As soon as I came inside, like when I returned back to my tent, I see that my nose had bled and it had dried there itself. Like I haven't experienced anything as bizarre as this. But yes, that is how cold it was outside. Now I had my, if you go to Ladakh or if you've been to Ladakh, you know that in those regions, you have electricity only between 7 and 10 in the evening for 3 hours, and after that the light goes off. And I'm very scared of darkness. So what I do is I switched on, like my torch would be on all night. And because I had gone out, I had taken my phone also because my phone had a torch. Has a torch, but obvious. So when I came back, I wanted to use the washroom. We had separate washroom for every tent. So I wanted to use the washroom and I took my phone in there. Now when I came out from the washroom, the torch that generally is on was on, and also my phone torch was on. We suddenly see on one side of the, one wall of this tent, there's as if somebody's like a hooded person is sitting. I was it looked like a shadow, okay? So I told Gaurav, do you see anything? She looked and she's like, oh my god, this looks like somebody's like a hooded person is sitting. I said, exactly my thoughts. We checked around to see if it is the shadow of any luggages or anything like that. But it wasn't. There was nothing in that shape or size. And we were shit scared. I mean, because I'm going to stay alone in the hotel, I'm like trying to keep it short and simple. Anyway, so we were like really scared. So Gaurav said, do one thing, switch off your phone light. So as soon as I switched off my phone light, the shadow wasn't there. Like in the normal torchlight, there was no shadow. As soon as I'm switching on the, the mobile torch, the shadow is there. So we were like, what do we do? And given the fact that the temperature is like crazy outside, so Gaurav came up with an amazing solution. She said, see, if we switch off the torch of your mobile phone, we see nothing, right? I said, yes. And she's like, then let's just do that. Because if we go out, it's 110% guaranteed that we're going to die. Because it's so cold. You went out and you saw your nose start bleeding. So that cannot be an option. But this can be an option. Let's just switch off the torch of your mobile phone, and we don't disturb anyone, anybody else doesn't disturb us. So let's do it that way. We were like, okay. So we switched off the torch of my mobile phone and we literally like prayed and went off to sleep. Next morning we woke up and we were like, asking how did people sleep and all. So everybody complained that nobody could sleep well because it was so cold. And one of our members, one of the travelers, he also had breathing trouble. So nobody slept. It was that cold. Like I myself, I had like almost 4 to 5 layers on. And even then I couldn't sleep properly, kind of. So like that. So the breakfast table, I was telling Dada, Dada is the person, like one of my friends, philosopher guide kind of people, my tribe, hashtag my tribe, yeah. So I was telling Dada, this is what we've seen last night. So whoever had heard, they were like, you must be hallucinating, because in those altitudes, in higher altitudes, people do hallucinate and see a lot of things that's not real. So I looked at Gaurav and I was like, me hallucinating, fine. You hallucinating, fine. But both of us hallucinating at the same time, seeing the same thing, not fine. So till today we do not know what exactly was that. Were we scared? Were we seeing things that were like totally out of our minds? Really don't know, but this is something that had happened, and this definitely makes up for a story, because every time I say this I get goosebumps, because at that, with that temperature at that hour at night, we were petrified. So yeah, that's it. Give this video a big thumbs up if you like it. I'm not taking my hands out of this particular blanket because I'm too comfortable to do that right now. So yeah, please give it a big thumbs up and share this with your friends and family for some fun stories. Do follow me in my other social media platforms. I'm very active in Facebook and Instagram. I'm also there in Twitter and rarely there in Snapchat, but yeah, you can follow me there in those places as well. And yeah, and please subscribe to my channel if you have not already. And that's it. Hasta la vista.